Hello, good evening. It's another Sunday. Welcome to the Mr. P Motivation Facebook page, YouTube channel. So what we've decided to do is that we've decided to be shooting now, to be releasing videos every week, and then we'll be picking on various topics that are happening or activities that have been happening during the week from one Sunday to the other, so as to not just pick from topic from random from everywhere. So this weekend we decided to talk about something with regards to relationships. Again, last week we did talk about relationships, and we were just talking about the differences between men and women with regards to how they behave towards each other, the support system that we have towards our genders. And when we posted the video, or rather the promo on Facebook, ironically Facebook flagged out our posts for gender discrimination and whatnot. But then I get it. It's one of those IT tools, the IT tools that they use, which flagged out our advert. However, the video is still available on YouTube. You can go ahead and watch it. In that video, we did describe the differences between ladies and men with regards to how they behave and conduct each other or against each other, with the way they support each other in that sense. But then this week, I want to talk about something that really happened starting from last week. Last week we saw Shefi 187. Shefi, for those of you that might be watching this video from across the world, is one of the big celebrities in Zambia. He's actually a hip hop artist. He's really big here, very talented guy. So he did what is known as a kitchen party with his wife to be at the time. And so when videos came out, the lady, the woman that he was supposed to, that is married to now, received a lot of backlash, especially from ladies. And in the sense of maybe she's not as beautiful. Just to sum it up, it's something in the sense of that she's not something which people expected Shefi, or she's not someone whom people expected Shefi to get married to, or something like that. And so either way, the wedding did go ahead. I mean, the kitchen party went ahead last week, and it was successful. Now, yesterday there was wedding for Shefi. There was a wedding for Shefi 187. It was interesting because now this lady looked so stunning. She looked so beautiful. And suddenly there was a flip, people now supporting her, because of how she looked. And it's mostly because the last criticism she received is because of her makeup. No, she has too much makeup and whatnot. So I wanted to talk about that particular kind of activity and how people behave towards celebrities and people that we know, prominent figures of our society, politicians and others alike. You see, the problem that we people make regularly is that we behave or treat these celebrities like our relatives or like someone we know so well. And then as a result, we almost get offended whenever they do something that we don't expect them to do. Whenever we find them with somebody that we don't expect them to be found with, you expect celebrities to look in a certain way, to dress in a certain way, which is really not the wisest thing to do, if you ask me, because first of all, you just know this guy because of the work that he does, and so you do not know this person or what has brought him this far. You don't know what made them famous. You don't understand what their principles are, and so that's why many people get to face outrage whenever they bring out a certain personal thing about themselves to the public, because the public thinks they know you because you are this big hip hop artist. You're supposed to date a model. You're supposed to date a beautiful girl. They don't know where you came from. So I wanted to address that tonight. To begin with, what you have to understand is that with how men who are principled are. Personally, I would like to believe that I believe that Shefi is one of the most principled celebrities that we have. And those people that actually know him will tell you that a guy is really principled. Men who are principled, they know what's good for them from the inception. They fight for what they love, and they stick to what they know, what works for them the entire time. And no matter how big they become, they stick to what they love. And so what you're seeing is in a Sheffy situation is a situation where he has had this girlfriend for a long time. By the way, this is not the first time she's coming out. She received backlash some time back or so, maybe because of her makeup, whatnot. But then notice that Sheffy stuck with that lady. Why is that the case? Why do men stick to ladies that maybe the power doesn't like? Well, the reason is very simple. Ladies, please take note. You see, when a man finds the woman that he loves, no matter what you throw on his way, he'll never leave her. What you don't understand, most of you ladies, that a man is always looking for a woman that is like his mother. I've talked about this in some videos before. You see so I'm gonna make sure I highlight that point today. How we treat our ladies, how ladies treat us is, we expect a lady to treat me like my mom used to. My mother loved me. When I make a mistake, she beat me up, she punished me. When I did something good, she was so proud of me. Ladies are emotional. And so when I get married, I'm expecting my woman to be something close to that. But then because you'll be my wife, so I expect that to be even better. It'll be more spiced up. I'm having like, I need a woman who's gonna be like my mother times 2. So that's like my mother with more spice. You know what I mean? So when I find that woman, no matter what you throw my way, I'm not gonna leave her. No matter what happened, I'm not gonna stop loving her. So in some cases, unfortunately, some men found that woman and then they loved her, and then things happened, they broke up. But in many cases, that woman that this guy was married to or was in a relationship with, that he was in love with, they always find themselves meeting at one point or the other. Let me give an example of the August situation with Will Smith and the wife. So Will Smith and the wife at some point went on a kind of a separation. During that time, Jada decided to start dating August Osina. Now, eventually, Jada and Will Smith got back together. And now, August, if he was left out, in comes out and all these backlash again over the relationship. But then here's the joke. The joke is on who? August, because Will Smith loves his woman. That's the woman he loves. So no matter what she did, he doesn't care. He's stuck by her. Okay? That was just a bumpy situation they went through, but they go back together, they move ahead. So whenever you're looking at a relationship where the famous guy is getting married to someone that you do not really feel like they're supposed to be with, you should have to understand that that person is the person they chose. And that is because probably that person was with them when they were nothing. Your maps had some kind of a same situation in the previous past. When it came out, when he brought out the wife to the girlfriend to the world after buying her a car, he received backlash too. But hey, your maps has just been famous in the last few years. You don't know what she was doing for him before he got famous. So all these celebrities that you guys like to criticize for the women they date, you should at least first think about where they're coming from and what those women did for them. And I know it's because you expect a celebrity to look or feel like what, or maybe they're supposed to be with you. But guess what? That person sort of invested in that relationship. And if a man is honorable enough, he never forgets the woman he was with when he was starting up. Any honorable man, any good man out there will never forget where he comes from. In fact, even when things go crazy, the man who's honorable to his woman will never forget who made him where he is today. I'll give an example of Kevin Hart. They broke up with Tori Hart, but he always remembers her and he gives her the respect that she deserves, because when he was nothing, she was there for him. So believe me, men are naturally honorable for people who support us, and women are such people that we respect all the time. So I want you to understand something. You don't own these real celebrities. And you gotta stop with this jealousy behavior, especially ladies. When you see him dating or getting married to a woman that you don't approve of, don't worry, it's none of your business. It's none of your business. That person has been with them when you didn't even know them. They've been with them when you probably were just ignoring that person. Today you have the right to say all those things about that person because now you know this guy, and it's all because of that lady. I'm not end this video by saying this to every successful woman. I mean, to every successful man out there, there's a woman behind it. Find your own man that you can be behind with, and push him, make him succeed. And soon, everybody will have the right to talk about you like you did talk about Yolanda and Yomap's wife and many other women that have been receiving unnecessary backlash because of people's jealousy. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please share, subscribe to the channel, like the Facebook page, like us on Twitter, Mr. P Motivation, on Instagram. Thank you so much. Have a nice weekend. Hey, coronavirus is getting bad here in Zambia, people. Please take all the necessary precautionary measures. Avoid large crowds. Always observe social distancing. Wear a mask. Clean your hands. Wash your hands. Use a hand sanitizer every time. And above all, please always remind everybody around you to make sure they take care of themselves. COVID-19 is real. I don't want you to be the next victim. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice weekend.